questions, and maybe last 10-15 minutes I'll give it up to the audience. So I think this panel is leading from the forefront, women shaping the future of data and security. So welcome everyone. Let me introduce myself. I'm Varsha Goli from Amazon. I'm in data analytics and I lead a product management for Gen AI product, wherein I'm teaching how to teach LLM the business context. How product manager and business managers come ask me, can you build me an AI to do this? I'm like, I can't build the AI for you. You have to write down what you want to do and then teach the LLMs so that it can make the decisions what you would make. So I think that's kind of what I'm doing, but I'm the moderator for this panel. Very excited to learn from them and exchange ideas. And let them introduce themselves. So Shuchi, here you go.
Hello everybody. Was hoping for a bigger crowd, but we'll take what we get. Very nice for you to make time for this. My name is Shuchi. I have been in the industry for about 25 years, worked across a number of companies, starting my career with IBM, then Morgan Stanley, G Capital Finance, Fannie Mae, Citibank, DFW Airport, so I've worked with pretty much everybody. I recently joined SMBC Group. They are a 400-year-old bank. So if you think about what banking would be 400 years ago, maybe I have some bananas, I can give you some potatoes. Whatever shape or form it was, our company has seen a lot of transition. So really happy to be there, and I'm shaping their AI strategy. That's all about me.
Hello everyone. Hello fellow comments, by the way. I'm also an JSON alumni, so I'm Deepshikha, and I'm currently working as a business intelligence program manager for AMD. So the crux of my role is that I help the client engineering team to build better, faster, more efficient processes for your laptops and your personal PCs. Before this, I was with Applied Materials, so I've been in semiconductor industry for almost like a decade now. There I rotated through a lot of roles between supply chain, business continuity, business analytics. And before that I was with Accenture, so I have been in consulting as well. And I'm very excited to be here and share, some of my experience, and hoping that it will benefit you all.
Awesome. Hello everyone. My name is Priya, Reddy. First up, thank you everyone for being here, and thanks to Padma and the entire team for having us here. Quick introduction about me. Until recently, I was served Reprise Financial as a VP of Enterprise Data Management and Chief Data Officer, where I had the privilege of building entire data and analytics department, and quickly realized my passion. So I'm moving on to something great and exciting. I am also serving as an adjunct faculty at the Carnegie Mellon for Chief Data and AI Officer program, where I nurture the next generation of data and AI leaders. And for the last 2
scenarios, you should be able to solve the problem.
Don't just go with accomplishments saying, I did this, I did that, I did that. Everybody does stuff. But what is the impact that your work created? It's very important for you to communicate that to leaders. So any opportunity you get to show what your project did, if you are a programmer, if you're a developer, and you developed a piece of software that helped create so much revenue for the business, highlight that. I worked on a project, or I created this tool that helped my company create $1 million in a month. Okay, so that's real impact that you can provide. And another thing is, as you go through your career journey, seek allies. Seek allies, seek supporters, and don't always rely on your manager to be your biggest advocate. Your manager already may have lots of things going, and honestly, they may not always have your best interest at heart also, right? So seek allies outside of your work. Seek allies within the company, seek allies outside of your department so you know what's going on. And generally, the way promotions happen is, it's not just one person advocating for you, but if 5 people in the room, whenever promotion discussions happen, and if they say, if 5 people say yes, I know so and so, I know Jane, or I know Mary, or I know Shuchi, I know Priya, Deepshikha, and if they can advocate for you, you know that you have a better chance. And I love reading. If there's one book I would really recommend everybody get is Never Eat Lunch Alone. It's by Keith Parazi, amazing guy, amazing writer. He gives so many tips as to how you go about navigating your career and building support for yourself and seeking those networking opportunities. So those are things that I would recommend.
Yeah, thank you, Shuchi. Next question is for Deepshikha. Can you share a moment when you had to pivot and learn something new quickly?
Well, don't we all do that in your career all the time? But I would share a specific example. So just outside, I was talking to a few students who were asking me, how did you get enough knowledge that you were hired into a semiconductor industry? And my answer was plain and simple. I did not have any knowledge before I got the job. So I learned everything on the job, and to be very specific here, when I was hired into my first role, I was directly hired into corporate BP. And he put me in everything that I had no idea about, like go and figure out the supplier side construction, or go figure out the new data architecture change that is happening with IT. So this is not something technical that you learn, that you can go on a YouTube and learn. This required immense functional knowledge, and obviously we had deadlines to meet. So his simple instruction to me was, your team is whoever you need, and your tools are whatever you need. So now, to learn, obviously I cannot learn all of these ISET processes and engineering certifications at one go, but I did was, I found the right people, I found the right teams who helped me learn whatever I needed to learn as a PM, but they were the experts to do it. And my advice to all of you here is, you will never have all the answers, but you should find the right contacts, and as Shuchi just mentioned, allies, because they will navigate you in difficult situations. They will show you that, okay, you can go here or follow this path to get help. So that's what I did, and it can be technical, it can be functional, but mostly business functional knowledge is very difficult to learn, and that you will only learn from people, from cross collaboration, and from your higher ups.
Thank you. Next question is for Priya. I think there is lot of innovation happening. There is new technology every day. How do we keep up with that? When do you go deep, and how do you balance knowing everything and be flexible?
Absolutely. So I always say this, right? Go deep enough to be credible, but stay wide enough to be relevant. Because especially the space that we are in, whether you are in data AI, but that is applied everywhere, every single industry. So it's always good to spread your wings to know that width of things within your organization, as well as outside, how the industries are moving and what technologies are coming, right? And as a leader, when I started my journey as a developer and to chief data officer position, I really had to learn when to dive in and when to zoom out. Right? I know the data deeply, but when I started my role in any organization, I had to learn that business very quickly because leaders wanted to see the results yesterday. And along with that, I had to understand the landscape of the company. Who are my stakeholders? Who are my biggest champions for data? And understand the compliance, risk, what customers we are serving, and their domain as well. So everything I had to learn along with evolving with technology. So it's no small feat, but we all have to do it because we are in that space today. According to this Deloitte report from 2023, I believe, so it says that 63% of the executives say that it's in these times, staying having the cross-functional knowledge is a lot more critical and important than just staying in one lane, one swim lane, or one area, one domain, or even one technology. Like how Deepshikha mentioned, you got to spread your wings, you got to learn new technologies, new domains. For example, when you're working on a project, suddenly the project is on a tight timeline and there are some shortage of resources, or someone is sick, so they still have to meet the timeline. What do? Raise your hand. I know it's not comfortable, I know you have 100 things to do, but you know what? In that stretch, you are growing. Not only technically, not only business-wise, but you are also upskilling yourself. That boosts your confidence. And also that shows your leadership, that you are willing to take more than what you could. You are stretching yourself. And when you do that, you have to advocate for yourself. Like Shuchi was mentioning, right? Find allies and make sure you are celebrating those wins and you are showing up in front of your leadership. You got to be very strategic and smart in that. Not only just accomplishing things, but you also have to show your accomplishments.
That's a great answer, Priya. Thank you. The next one is for Shuchi. I think we have spoken about how do we keep updated with the new technology, advocating for ourselves. But it's not comfortable, right? We need to go outside our comfort zone, and we can even call it like risk. Am I risking? If I'm trying something new, what if I fail? So Shuchi, the question is, have you taken a risky step into unfamiliar area, and how did you kind of approach it?
Well, that's been the story of my life actually, taking risks and diving into things that have not been comfortable for me. I don't know if I would say most of the things I did not plan. Just to give you a little bit of background on myself, technology, AI, I was the person who would stay farthest away from these things. I got my first phone when I was 25 years old, and I would conveniently leave the phone at home just so that people wouldn't bother me. I was the most introverted person you could imagine. My happy time was just being by myself and not being bothered by people, right? When all of my other friends